Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Good afternoon. It's 12:25, 26 here in Colorado on the eastern slope, and it's hot. Well, it says 86. Feels like 96. It's been getting up to just at about 100 every day. And it's staying hot right up to midnight, 1 o'clock. It's actually 2 o'clock before it starts cooling down, to tell you the truth. 2 o'clock in the morning. But it's summer, you know? That's the way it works in Colorado. We get hot summers down here on the plains. When I used to live in Steamboat, I loved the summertime because it was comfortable. Usually got an afternoon rain. That was good. Let's see. Today I'm on my iPhone, and I'm in my truck, and I have the air conditioner going, and I'm driving. I thought it would be too hot to just be somewhere in a parking lot. I would still have to have the truck running and air going. Hope it doesn't create too much inconvenience for you. I haven't been doing them every day. I think I did one two days ago. It's been like every couple days. I sort of lost interest with nobody really listening. I tried to pull it back together, but I wasn't quite able to do that. So I'm putting a podcast up every couple days. Maybe get more motivated if somebody contacts me. That would be a great thing, huh? Seems to indicate we're only getting like about, I don't know, maybe 6 people listening, and I'm not even sure if that's accurate. But anyway, here I am. I wanted to talk today, and I guess that all fits into some of my agitation, but I wanted to talk today a little bit about judgment. Being judgmental. I'm an older guy, right? And I go to community college to do my research, their library. It's a great resource, nice library, and it's really beneficial. And I've kind of gotten to know a couple people by just asking questions or looking for help for either technical computer things or whatever it happens to be. And got to know a couple people on a first name basis, but nothing other than just an occasional hello, that kind of thing. They seem to I don't know. There's a lot of older people that go to the community college library because it becomes one of the public libraries in our city. And it's encouraged for older, elderly people to go there and spend the day and read. I don't know, read the paper, do some research, use your computer, talk to your kids. I don't know, whatever the heck you do. But it's encouraged, and it's a positive thing that we have available to us. And I like going there. It's nice to, do my research there. I kind of do my computer stuff and whatever. But the problem I run into is that, and it's not from the younger kids that are actually in school. I mean, I don't interact with any of them, and they interact with themselves. Kids their own age, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But you'd think the staff would be a little more friendly or engaging to seniors. Now, most everybody in there has some inkling of an understanding that I don't know. I do my research in neuroscience, and I have blogs and podcasts and YouTubes, and iHeartRadio, and just a variety of resources that I put out there around neuroscience. I just think it's phenomenal. It's so cool. It's intriguing to me. It's fascinating. Am I a neuroscientist? No. Do I do neuroscience? Yeah. Do I study it? Yeah. Am I a doctor? No. Am I a PhD? No. But I've got 43 plus years of clinical psychology / neuroscience to my credit. And I kind of expect to get a little, I don't know, people that know that. Most everybody that knows me knows that's my background. I don't know, that kind of demands a little bit of respect. And that staff there just seems to not address or pay attention to the fact that there are significant people that walk into their library that are very knowledgeable, and probably more so than they are, by all means. And I don't know, maybe they need a lesson in customer service. Who cares, right? I guess I don't really care. And, that's kind of a judgmental thing that they do. I almost get the notion of, well, why is he here all the time? What does he do? I don't sense any real positive vibrations from them. And that's okay. That's okay, I guess. So I want to talk about being judgmental with people in general. It's the kind of thing where narcissism is everywhere in the world. Self-aggrandizement. How powerful and important people think they are is everywhere in the planet. I'm not even sure I'm exaggerating to make a point. People walk around with a sense of arrogance and detachment from one another. I don't sense, and this is straight neuroscience, you guys. I mean, go understand neuroscience before you criticize. But, heart-brain coherence is how we heal the body. That has something to do with not being judgmental that has something to do with, you know, self-healing. Are people just that spaced out these days that they don't care anymore? I mean, has it gotten to that point? I'm not on a rant. I'm actually trying to make a point, a legitimate point. Here's another one that, you do whatever you want with these thoughts that I'm coming up with, but I've talked about this before. Drive around in this stupid town I live in, and if you drive the speed limit, Lord forbid if you drive under the speed limit, you're going to get flipped off, you're going to get road rage, people just enticing you to, do pretty stupid things. They're trying to get you upset because you're driving too slow. They're going to antagonize you and hope that it ends up in a bigger altercation. I mean, I see that. Just wander around your towns and notice if people are judgmental in any way, shape, or form. The whole idea with what I do started off with, self-healing. And how do we self-heal? How do we learn to self-heal? How do you educate and train people to acquire the skills in order to self-heal? Why do I teach meditation? Does meditation have a purpose? Is it a tool? Is it a source that leads you in the direction of being able to heal whatever's going on with you? So, and again, I get very little response from people around neuroscience and self-healing and things of that nature. Talked about that before. People are pretty judgmental about I don't think I need that. I think I'm fine. I think I'll tend to my own business with Newtonian medicine. That's sort of the response that goes on. And the response goes on out into just driving down the road. Not trying to create any problems, but not meeting the standards that other people seem to think you need to acquire. I know right here it's a little bit noisy. It's an open area of it's kind of a highway, but we'll be off of it here in another minute, and it'll quiet back down. I'm going to park up here a little bit further, so we'll be all right. But anyway, Judgmental is one of the major contributors, attractors of upregulating disease and genes that can cause terminal illness. Being judgmental. It's huge. It's like anger. It's like rage. I don't know how else to put that. And I guess the takeaway for this short little podcast today, and again, I'm not going to go on forever with it today, but, the takeaway is sort of look around. Are you being judgmental here and there, or time and again, or once in a while? And if so, why? Why is it so important for you to, that self-aggrandizement? That's just you, feeling some urgency around power and importance. Ask yourself the questions. I mean, psychology and sciences and neuroscience and all that, we present questions to people that come into the office that they don't want to hear. I'm sure you don't want to hear what I just said. Well, I don't know. Ask yourself some questions about why is it important for you, if you are. If you're not, forget it. But, if you are judgmental from time to time, what's the importance of that? What's the power takeaway on that? Do you even care if you're attracting disease into your life? I don't know, probably not. If you do that kind of behavior, you probably don't really care. So, all I can do is, present these issues and hope that people will process them. Go out and look around in your community and see if for some reason you have this sort of behavior going on where you live. And then think about, how do you address it? I mean, if it's with yourself, that's one thing, fine. You can address your own issues. I get that. But I'm going to stop here for a while. I found some shade, so it'll quiet down a little bit, I hope, for you guys. But, how do you address it with people that act that way? Or do you not? Is it more important for you to not bring that up to people as, I don't know, what do you call it, a character flaw that they might have? Is it best just not to discuss it? Bring it up. Psychology says you ought to bring it up. Psychology says, that's the kind of stuff we need to talk about. There's a lot of people that are being hurt emotionally by judgmental people. It's not a feeling that you want to, or you're going to walk away with when you encounter someone who's judgmental and feel good about yourself and the other person. So this is not a little tiny, insignificant, unimportant podcast, you guys. This is what makes the world go round. This is what makes people well. This is how we can heal one another. This is how we get to enjoy the abundance and happiness that our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ gave us. This is partly what our purpose is, being on the planet, is to be of service to other people. It doesn't say to be judgmental towards other people. Fine if you want to criticize somebody, that's your business. Figure out how you're going to do it in a positive, healthy way. I mean, it's real easy to just turn this podcast off and say, oh, there goes John, talking about whatever. People being judgmental. Absolutely right. There goes John talking about people being judgmental. It affects you. It affects your neighbor. It affects the guy at work, the lady at work. It affects so many different people. I don't want it to happen. I have no qualms interacting with another person who's acting judgmental and bringing that up as an issue. I have no problem with that. Absolutely not. I know that the people from the library don't listen to me. I mean, I'm sure they might have turned it on one time for a couple minutes, but I'm fairly certain that none of them are listening anyway. I wish they would be. I tell you what, try to be a bigger person than who you are. I do things professionally from the past 43 plus years, right? Including meditation. I'm not a hobbyist. I don't have an interest in being a hobbyist with meditation, and I know there's been judgment placed on me for wanting to charge $10 for education, training, and meditation in a given hour. Pretty sad, huh? Pretty sad state of affairs. So anyway, that's being judgmental. That's my little takeaway on it. And I hope people maybe sit down and process that and figure out if that's part of what they do or they don't do. Hope you all have a good day. It's a beautiful day here. I wish it would just start pounding rain, but I don't think there's rain in the forecast for the next week or two. Take care of one another. God bless you. And I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. See you. Bye.